around the world. It's raining in Southern California, so all the dancing you've been doing has worked. So, but what we're going to do is we're going to start the service here with "My Soul is Welcome Here," because it certainly is, and those empty seats in the congregation here, they're all on stage. So you all have to stand up now and sing "My Soul is Welcome Here."
That God is all there is. I know that there is one activity, and that is the action of spirit. And it is in and through and as all of its creations. And we are that. And so is all life everywhere. So is the earth that we walk on is holy ground, because it too is the body of God. We know that wherever we are and whoever we're with, that too is an emanation of the divine. So we know all is God, all is good. And so it is.
I give great thanks that this is so, and with confidence I let it go, and so I let it be, and so it
Thank you so much. Here we are. All right, and we dreamed of rain, did we not? I'm so grateful. So grateful there's rain happening. Keep it coming, God. How are you? How's everybody this morning? Great, little wet, but that's okay. We don't mind. We welcome the rain. Oh, good to see you all. I want you to know that we have practitioners around the room. I'd love for the practitioners to raise their hands so everybody knows. Practitioners and ministers, here we are. What a group. We are here to serve you in prayer. That's what we do. Prayer changes things. It absolutely does. Prayer changes things in our lives. So please, please, at the end of celebration, the practitioners and the ministers will be up here in the front of the room. Get some prayer. Get some prayer before you leave. Get some prayer before you eat, whatever. We have nice hospitality today, right? So get some prayer before food. Get some prayer after food. I don't care when. Just get some prayer. And it changes our lives. And for our online vision community, you know there's a meet and greet room after the celebration. You can go get one-on-one prayer there as well. So wherever you are near prayer. You're just like that close, just an ask away. Just grab one of the practitioners. Well, don't really grab them, but you know what I mean. Talk to one of the practitioners and say, I'd like prayer. And that's what they do. Because that is the calling on their heart. See, this is the really big important thing that we all need to know is that the practitioners chose to become practitioners. They answered the calling on their heart to be practitioners, to pray for us, to pray for the world. And so by you going to a practitioner and asking for prayer, you're enabling them to live the calling on their heart as well. So it's like an all-win situation. So please do that. Please do that, and then we all win. Yay, I love it. I also want to tell you about welcome packets. We have them in the back on the prayer table. They were in the lobby when you came in the front door. They were by the back door on the table out there. Wherever you are in the building, you're close to a guest packet. So pick one up. If you are already a member, that's okay. Give it to someone who wants to become a member, right? We all know those kinds of people that need to transform their lives as well. So pick one up, give it to someone, or pick it up and open it up and look for yourself, see what's in it. And then you're even more informed about Vision, a Center for Spiritual Living. We're affiliated with Centers for Spiritual Living worldwide, and we are changing the world, are we not? Are we not? Yes, we are. Okay. That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for the big yes. Yes! Okay, yes. I love it. Thank you. And there's a greeting on the front. Let's say it for our guests. Let's say it to remind ourselves. And just know that it's truth on our hearts. You ready? Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome here. You are safe and you are loved. Just breathe that in. And now, here's the interactive part. Now you can turn to somebody and say, welcome to Vision. Welcome to Vision. I love it. I love it. We're social and chatty, and that's a good thing. I am going to turn it over to our choir now, and James Vandenberg, who is our choir director, and they are going to sing our centering song to prepare us for our 5-minute meditation. Thank you.
God is
morning.
Good morning.
My name is LaTanya Dixon, and I'm a licensed practitioner here at Vision. Please take these quotes into your heart as we move into the silence and allow the tones of the bowl to bring you into and out of the 5-minute meditation. Trust the wait. Embrace the uncertainty. Enjoy the beauty of becoming. When nothing is certain, anything is possible. The old year passed. Oh, this is by Mandy Hale. The old year passes into the new and heralds in the possibility of triumph, the triumph of spirit in us. But it can only occur in our own consciousness when faith shall triumph over fear and love over hate and compassion over unkindness. And this was by Ernest Holmes, our founder. The memorial candle is burning today for Jade Cannon, niece of Vision member D. Cannon. Jade made her transition this past week. The memorial candle is also burning for Cheryl McDermott, sister of Vision member Donna Dawn. Cheryl made her transition 2 weeks ago. And just knowing that right here, right now, that the family of Jade Cannon is being surrounded with support, with love, with peace, and the family of Cheryl McDermott is also being surrounded with love and peace and supported by family and friends as they go through this moment of grief of their beloved. And I just know right here, right now, that the God of our hearts continues to flow with love, flows through love in the rain, flows through love in the sky that allows that rain to fall, flows through the trees in the breeze, flows right here in Vision, touching our hearts, flows with laughter, just flows through all the birds and the bees. And I know the same God flows through me right here, right now, flows in front of me, behind me, on side of me, and up below me, and up above me, guiding me on my way. And I just know the same God also flows through each one of us at Vision, here in the present and also online, and continues to flow through us as we go through this day, this lovely day of abundance, of rain. And I just know that all that has asked for prayer, that it is answered. Whether they're going to the doctor to be seen, that same spirit, that same creator, that same God is flowing through them and is also flowing through their doctors, their nurses, the nursing assistants, the whole entire building, vibrating at health and wellness and wholeness. And just knowing that those are at home that are here right now that ask for prayer, that too is answered as God is the ultimate healer. There's wholeness always. And those that are having issues with sleep, knowing that that too is answered with peace and rest and releasing any fear and bringing in peace, knowing that we are safe. And knowing that when asked for money, asked for a job, knowing that it is done. Knowing that it is done right here, right now. With money coming in expectedly and unexpectedly, welcoming it in right here, right now. Going into that job interview like a boss, knowing you have it right here, right now. And I just know today that Reverend Patti, as she does her talk, that she is awesome, that she conveys what she needs to convey as Spirit flows through her. I know that James in the choir continues to do what they do, which is awesome, in the band, playing like nobody's business. Just knowing that it is all good, it is all God. And just knowing as we go through our journey that it continues infinitely. There's no place that there's not God. And I just give thanks for this wonderful time on this earth, to express myself, to see others express themselves. And I just release this prayer, knowing that it is done. It is done, fulfilled, and so it is.
So here we are. This is the last Sunday of our theme for January. I don't even remember what the theme for January. Oh, I'm sorry. Stretching into possibilities. There you go. Stretching into possibilities. And so today's talk is anything is possible. Right? That makes sense, right? Anything is possible. Which is not to say everything is possible. Right? You can hear that there is a difference. There's a subtle, maybe, sometimes big, subtle, but there's a difference between anything is possible and everything is possible. Any refers to one of like any number of particular outcomes, right? Any one of whatevers. Whereas every would imply every single thing is possible. And I would say that's not true. That not every single thing is possible. I mean, I cannot suspend gravity right now and float up to the ceiling. I'd like to sometimes. Yeah, I don't know, maybe not. But the fact is, I could pray all I want, right? And I can affirm, and I can meditate, and I can contemplate, and I can do everything our spiritual practice invites us to do. I'm still not going to suspend gravity and float up to the ceiling. It's just not going to happen. Doesn't work that way, right? And because one of the things I know for sure is spiritual law and natural law cannot be violated, right? This is our teaching. There are spiritual laws and there are natural laws, and they cannot be violated. Ernest Holmes said this. He said, mental science does not promise anything that will do away with the necessity of complying with the law, right? We cannot violate spiritual or natural law. The manifest universe came into being, burst right into being in the Big Bang 14.5 billion years ago or whenever it was, right? And then everything exploded into being. You know, when somebody said the other day, I read an article, I don't remember who it was, some physicist said, no, it wasn't the beginning of our universe, it was the end of the other one. And I went, oh God, now I have to think about that for the next 10 years, you know? Oh, that's going to be my contemplation and my meditation now forever. Okay, maybe. We'll have to think about that. But anyway, so however it was, whether it was the end of the last one or the beginning of this one, I don't know. But, right, the Earth and the planets and the galaxies and everything continues to expand. The universe is continuing to expand from that first explosion, right? Stuff is getting farther away from each other. When that happened, when that universe was birthed into being, it came with certain physical laws attached. The way things work. The Earth rotates in one direction. It's the way it's always been, right? That's the way it does. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Nobody's going to pray that differently. Right? Water seeks its own level. These are physical laws of our planet, right? There are physical laws of thermodynamics, of aerodynamics, gravity. There's laws of motion. These are things that were set when the universe was birthed into form. It comes with certain laws. We can't violate them. We can only align with them, right? We can only align with them. And the same is true for spiritual laws. Just like there are physical laws in the universe, the same is true for spiritual laws. The law of karma, right? The law of cause and effect. We know this one, you know. Send out, get back. Send out, get back, right? The law of compensation. How things come back to you, right? That's one. Emerson used to talk about that one. I think he wrote a whole essay on it. The law of compensation, how things come back to you. The law of divine oneness. There is only one thing happening here, right? It is the action of spirit. It's the action of energy. There's only one thing, energy. That's it. We're all made of the same stuff. Everything's made of the same stuff. The chair you're sitting on is the same stuff as the thing that's sitting on it, right? It's all the same thing, the law of divine oneness, law of vibration. We resonate at certain levels with things. And when we resonate at certain levels, we attract those things into our experience of life. The law of attraction, that's a big one, right? That's been around, oh my God, forever. And, you know, it got really popular during the movie The Secret. Remember that back in like the O's? 07, 08, whatever. Everybody was watching The Secret, right? The law of attraction. We still talk about that one. Positive or negative thoughts result in positive or negative actions, right? Or consequences or conditions. We know about that one too. The law of inspired action. That's another spiritual law. We take action based on strong inner urges. We take action to do things based on intuition, based on divine direction. The law of inspired action. The law of polarity. We'll be talking about that one in the coming weeks, right? The law of polarity. All contrast brings clarity. Right? We think of as good and evil, or what we think of as good and bad. All contrast brings clarity. You can't know one without knowing the other. Interesting, right? The law of unintended consequences. Here's one. We're all learning that one. Refers to the idea that actions, especially those taken by individuals or governments or groups, have unexpected and sometimes negative outcomes, not initially foreseen or intended, leading to unintended problems and complications. I remember a quote, I think H.L. Mencken years ago said, "For every complex problem, there is an answer that is simple, neat, and wrong." Right? The law of unintended consequences. There is the law of cycles. Now, this one's an interesting one because it's kind of a crossover law. It's a physical and a spiritual law, right? The law of cycles. Things occur in cycles, in patterns, repeating patterns, like the seasons, like the phases of the moon, like the tides, right? Things occur in cycles. For everything there is a season. And as we become more adept at aligning with these laws that are here, right, physical and spiritual, as we become more adept at aligning with them, we are able to manifest more of what we want, less of what we don't want, right? I mean, that's really what we're doing, right? When we expand and express into these possibilities, we express more of what we want, less of what we don't want. It's only when we get stuck in believing things that really aren't necessarily true that we get stuck, right? And we do that a lot. Here's an example. Here's a quote. "Heavier than air flying machines are impossible." That was Lord Kelvin. His actual name was William Thomson, but that was in 1895. Right? Talk about limiting yourself. He limited what we were capable of, what he thought we were capable of. But when we align with the laws of aerodynamics, right? Ta-da, we do the impossible, don't we? We do the impossible. Look, they're up there all the time, right? All kinds of flying machines. And this is true for other physical laws as well. And it is also true for spiritual laws. We don't change them, we don't violate them. All we do is align with them and allow them to flow through our lives to create the conditions of our lives. So let's talk about anything. Let's talk about anything being possible. Because the laws governing the manifest universe, we absolutely know that not everything is possible. But because we have faith in spiritual laws, we do know that anything is possible. Anything is possible. Okay, so, for example, I want to play in the NBA. You laughed. Okay, I really don't, Basketball's not a sport, it's a prom, Silk pants, air-conditioned room, hardwood floors, get out. Anyway, say, for example, I did want to play in the NBA. Not possible. First of all, I'm a woman, right? There's no women in the NBA. I could play in the right? The WNBA, but not the NBA. Okay, second of all, I'm 68 years old. I think I might be beyond my peak basketball playing years. Okay, so there's another reason probably why it's not possible. And there's also the fact that I'm 5'1". You don't say anything. I'm claiming that one more inch. 5'1", it's true, 5'1". Anyway, I'm not playing in the NBA. No how, no way. No matter how long I meditate and pray and affirm and stick things on my mirror, They're not going to draft me. It's not going to happen. Everything is not possible, but anything is possible, right? Anything is possible. Maybe I'll start an elder league. My own. And you have to be over 60 to play. You have to be under this tall to play. Right? I'll start my own league. Maybe I'll get involved in the NBA in a different way. Maybe as an agent or a coach or a life coach or an inspirational leader. Or maybe I'll make food, Maybe I'll have a food truck for the NBA or whatever. Maybe I'll become the team doctor. I have to go back to school for that one. Anything is possible, see? Anything is possible. Not everything is possible, but anything is possible. I went to school with a woman. We were both bio majors, and we were both lovers, fangirls of the New York Giants. We were back in New York, and oh my God, we would talk about the players, and we would talk about, all kinds of everything New York Giant, and she just loved them, and she was gonna work for them. She was like, I don't care if I'm a water girl. I don't care if I'm a towel person. She said, one of these days. Yeah, we were both bio majors. I'm like, yeah, really, whatever, right? Well, she became a physical therapist for the New York Giants team. She became a physical therapist, and she bugged them enough, and they finally hired her. She became one of the physical therapists. In fact, they loved her so much they would take her with her on road trips and everything. Yeah, amazing, right? I caught up with her, and I was like, okay, see, that's how it works. That is how it works. We're never going to play with the New York Giants, but she became a physical therapist for them. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Ernest Holmes said this. He said, all things are possible to God, provided they remain true to the nature of God. And that which is untrue to the nature of God has no existence. There is no division between big and little. Nothing is an outcast in the kingdom of good. There is power in us right now, if we could unshackle it, which is the same power that swings the planets into their space and holds them there. That's the power that we have. That's the power that we use. The same energy that set the planets in their orbits is the same energy that beats our heart and breathes our breath. We are the ones that limit our potential. We are the ones that, we draw the line in the sand. I can do this, but no more. I can go here, but no further. We limit our own possibilities. Spirit does not limit us. Spirit does not limit us. What can one person do? What can one voice do? Anything. Anything is possible. Anything is possible. Ernest Holmes said the world is saturated with divinity, immersed in reality, and filled with possibility. We must take the divine possibility and mold it into a present actuality in our everyday experience. This is the way to freedom, the pathway to peace and happiness. We have to own that power that is within us and use it and demonstrate it and send it, direct it for particular results. Who is it that said, we argue for our limitations and they are yours? Who? Yeah, right. Yeah, argue for your limitation and sure enough, they're yours. I think it was, it was Richard Bach, the illusions, right. Thank you. I knew it. Okay, argue for your limitations and they are yours. And we do that all the time. I'm capable of this, but not that. We put a limit on how much good we can receive. We put a limit on how much good there is that we can have personal use of, right? That's what we do. We limit all the time, and you can hear it. You hear it in the human race consciousness all around us all the time. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, you're too old. You're too whatever, right? Oh my God, examples. Thomas Watson, who was the chairman of IBM in 1943, said, I think there is the world market for maybe 5 computers. It's all around us. This is the voice of the world. Bill Gates in 1981, 640K should be enough for anybody. What are we now? What is it now? Gazillions of, right? Oh my God, giga somethings. I don't even know. Terabytes, Yeah, 640K is all anybody needs. Western Union internal memo in 1876. The telephone has too many shortcomings to be seriously considered as a means of communication. The device is inherently of no value to us. I gotta love it, right? Here's another one, David Sarnoff. The wireless music box has no imaginable commercial value. Who would pay for a message sent to nobody in particular? This was David Sarnoff's response to the radio. The radio, right? Good grief. And this from a Yale professor. The concept is interesting, well-formed, but in order to earn better than the grade of C, the idea must be feasible. And the idea the student wrote about was overnight delivery service. He went on to found Federal Express, right? You know, can you hear? I mean, the limitation here was like this, but no further. We can do this, but no, that's not possible, right? Decca Records. I don't like their sound, and guitar music is on the way out anyway. He was referring to the Beatles in 1962. Good grief, Edwin Drake. Drill for oil? You mean drill into the ground and try to find oil? You're crazy. 1859. And this one is one of my favorites. I love this one, Charles Duell. Everything that can be invented has been invented. What year? 1899. Everything that can be invented has been invented. And of course, this from Pierre Pichet, who was the professor of physiology in Toulouse, said, Louis Pasteur's theory of germs is ridiculous fiction. Okay, so we get the point, right? We limit ourselves. We can't conceive of universal truths. We can't conceive of the big picture sometimes. We get lost in the details, right? We get lost in the details. This is possible, that's not. We limit ourselves by what we believe is true, right? Because here's the deal. Everything begins in consciousness. We have to have that idea first. There's an idea. There's an idea. There it is. Everything begins in consciousness. Spirit has, oh my God, can you imagine how many ideas there are in the mind of spirit? Good grief. And everything begins there. And sometimes that's where it stays too, right? We get a great idea, and if we don't believe it, if we don't think it's conceivable, then that's where it stays. That idea just stays there. If we don't believe it, or we let fear stop us, it stays. Like spreading seeds on concrete. They don't sprout. Or if we do plant them but don't ever water them, with our emotions and with our attitudes, with our attention, they don't sprout. Right? Or if we crowd them out with a bunch of other ideas, right? Diluting them, never committing to one, they don't sprout. This is all our doing. This is not spirit. Spirit's just observing, you know? Spirit's just loving us, and as we limit ourselves, right? Loving us as we limit ourselves. When we get a download from the divine, do you ever get that? You know what I'm talking about, right? You get an aha, you know, maybe out of meditation or something. When you get a download, oh man, that divine ideal, which is spirit, becomes your personal idea, right? You personalize it. It becomes yours. Well, first and foremost, we have to believe it. Have to believe it's true. Have to believe it can happen. Or nothing happens if you don't believe it. If you cannot believe in the possibility of it happening, it doesn't happen, right? Oh, that can never happen to me. And the universe says what? Yes, that can happen. If you believe it's going to work, it works. If you believe it's not going to work, it works by not working. Sorry, that's the way it goes, right? Nothing happens when we don't believe. So we have to commit to. We get that divine download, and we get the aha, and we get, oh my God, I'm really passionate about that. We have to commit to that thing. Nothing happens if we don't believe it. And we must commit to that, knowing that we can. We have to make the decision that we made the decision. We have to make the decision that what we decided was right for us. Yep, I'm on the right track. Yep, I'm doing exactly what Spirit intends for me to do. I am on the right track. And then, of course, knowing your why is great. Why? Why are you doing this thing? You believe it, you're committed to it, why are you doing it, right? Why? I know Michael Beckwith said the pain, the pain pushes until the vision pulls. Ah, isn't that beautiful? The pain pushes until the vision pulls. And it's true, right? A lot of times when you have that idea or you have that divine download and you kind of don't act on it, that's where that push-pull thing starts to happen. It gets too uncomfortable to not do it. So our why is important. Why are we doing this? And going back to fear for a moment, because I said, things might stop the idea, and fear is one of them. Going back to fear that can stop us from manifesting our possibilities. Or, here's another thing, it can be the motivation for us to continue the idea. But, that can sabotage us as well, because in both cases, that's fear. Fear can stop us, or fear can motivate us. Fear can be pushing us on, but it may not be the motivation you want, right? How well do things come out when you're motivated by fear, I must do this or I'm a failure. I must do this or I'll be ridiculed. I must do this or I'll be cast out into the wilderness. I must do this or my life will collapse. I must do this or my life will have no meaning. All of those are fear motivated. You see how sometimes that's like just not the best place to be, right? We want to get in touch with our inspiration. When we have that idea, when we get that divine download, anything is possible. We do that out of love. We do that out of joy. We do it out of a divine desire to express more of who we truly are. Get in touch with that inspiration. That's our true why, isn't it? Oh, this is going to make the place a better place to live in. This is going to make my life easier. This is going to make 1 million people's lives easier. This is going to be great, right? That inspiration, that's why we do things. That's our true why. It's the vision that pulls us, not the pain that we're trying to avoid or get away from or fix, right? That's not the true why. Your why is to express a greater you, a greater you. Your why is positive reason for wanting something rather than fears about not getting it or getting it to avoid another fear. Right? If I don't go into this, oh my God, I'll get fired, or, I won't get the job, or whatever, right? So we have to take those steps. We have to take those steps in the direction of our highest and best vision for our life. We have to take those steps, be brave enough, right? Get the divine download. Believe it. Believe it. Act on it, right? Act on it. Allow it to direct us. And we get that vision begins to manifest in our lives. Ernest Holmes, in the Science of Mind textbook, said this: the science of mind is based entirely on a supposition that we are surrounded by a universal mind into which we think. This mind, in its original state, fills all space. It fills the space that we use in the universe. It is in us as well as outside us. As we think into this universal mind, we set the law in motion. It is creative and which contains within itself limitless possibility. That was from our textbook. Limitless possibility. Anything is impossible. Anything is possible in our lives. Anything. Thank you.
song of spring. Flow to the river, hear the waters cry. We will flow to the river and keep this kingdom alive. My soul is to flow with each tiniest brook. I live my life and receive my place in the river that feeds the kingdom and calls through me. Flow to the river, hear the waters cry. We will flow to the river and keep this kingdom. Flow to the river, hear the waters cry. We will flow to the river and keep this kingdom. Flow to the river, 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 flow to the river.
Wonderful. Oh my gosh, thank you. James, that's beautiful. Good grief. Yay, I love it. And I love you, and you're wonderful. Thank you so much. Oh, and now it is time for conscious circulation. This is our opportunity to flow in the river, to stand in the river of God's abundance and know our abundance. We are part and parcel of that. There is no separation at all between what we are and what God is. It's just, we're not all there is to God, but everything that we are is spirit. So we are going to pray abundance right here, right now, knowing that we are part of that one life, which is spirit's life, and that abundance is a quality of God just as it is a quality of us. And as we embody that quality, as we embrace it, we demonstrate it. We know more of it, and we allow it to flow into our experience of life, and we accept more good in our lives, and we pass on more good to others, to people, places, and things around us that support us and supply us with spiritual food. And we know and accept that God is good is never ending. It is absolutely infinite, and it continues to flow in and through and around and as us. I give great thanks for this good. I just simply know it is all good. It is all God, and so it is.
As I give, so do I receive, joyfully, gratefully. As I give, so do I receive, fully, freely. God is the river.
So this is when we usually have our miracle minute. So I want you to email me. I know you say, oh, I have a miracle, and I need to let you know. You need to let me know. So email me, revpatty@visioncsl.com. I will get it. I will share it. That's how this goes. And, it just motivates us to continue on our spiritual practice as well, right? So that we know that our miracle is on its way too. So please do that. Let me know, and then I can share it. But for now, it's time for The Last Word by Lizzie Bird.
Good morning, Sweet Vision family. And hello to all of you out there in Cyberlandia. We are so glad you're with us. We know you're from all over the country, all over the world. If you're in town, please come here in person. We would love to have you here. And I'll just repeat what Patti said. There's a meet and greet online. You can further connect with your community, and you can get one-on-one prayer in a private breakout room. So do that. What's going on here? There's always something. This Wednesday is Wicked. It's movie night. I just saw this, and the visuals are sumptuous. The music is glorious. Please come, enjoy some popcorn, and have some fun with lovely people. That's at an earlier time. It's at 6:30. Typically, it's at 7, so don't miss that. And then we have the Mystical Path, and James Vandenberg is going to come up and tell us about that.
Here's James.
Really? I don't get my own theme music. The Mystical Path is a fairly new certificated course from Centers for Spiritual Living. They're calling it a mastery level class because it really goes deep into this journey of oneness, the oneness that you are, and also a way of exploring and expanding on mysticism, how they connect with science of mind. But even more than that, it's about you discovering your own personal mystical path, exploring and expanding within your own self. Reverend Dr. Lori Oberly Edwards will be facilitating this. It's on Thursday mornings from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., online only, so everyone is welcome. In fact, we're part of the CSL Home Office's online education portal, so we already have people signed up from all over the country. It's going to be a great class. Reverend Lori is very excited about this. And those of you online, you can talk to Lori about it in the meet and greet right afterwards. I think she's hosting today. But if you have any questions, all the information's on the website, or you can see me after here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, James. This Saturday, February 1st, 7 p.m., Evolution Station is going to be here, and Mark is going to tell us about that.
So this is, you may have seen this group. It was B Violin years ago. And Bahman is, he's Persian, has Persian background, and he's probably like a computer scientist genius person who plays the heck out of the violin too. So, and TJ Moss, you know TJ, he's been around. And that guy on the left, how do you say that name? So, Okipinti is our drummer. And the two other people are new to me, but this band is always amazing. It's a lot of fun. It's like a new thought, new age festival type of band. Lots of energy and rhythm and kind of an international vibe. And they're going to be here on Saturday. And we need to sell some tickets, so please come and enjoy this. It's way different than, this typical singer-songwriter stuff that we do. It's pretty high-energy music. So come and see Evolution Station.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Now, the following week, Thursday, February 6th, we have John Catcher here. So for those of you who don't know, he opened for Paul Simon, Bob Dylan, Arlo Guthrie, many others. So real deal. Should be a fantastic concert. Get your tickets for that. Saturday, February 8th, the delightful Dorothy Darling is bringing her gang back. This time it's Latin jazz. It's going to be a lot of fun. The Jim Guerin Sextet is going to be here. They always put on a good show, so come and join us for that. And let me tell you, February is just chock full of great musical events here. Too many for me to describe right now, but as they get a little closer, we will. But go online. It's just phenomenal what we have going on here. Our fabulous diversity team is still collecting clothing, toiletries, shoes, cash for women in shelters and children. So look into your closets, look into your heart, and share. It's probably a great thing to get your kids or your grandkids involved so they can learn about giving. And the boxes are in the front, so help us out with that, please. We also are continuing with the opportunity to give in Adopt-A-Bill. So out in the hall, there's lots of ways that you can contribute, large and small. I think you can still get a photograph with our mascot, Bill, for a sizable donation, perhaps a lap dance.
Hey.
Filter, use your filter, Lizzie, use your filter. Okay. Is your mind in a bad place? Okay. We have the 18th anniversary of Vision coming up. So this is always such a beautiful, beautiful event. If you haven't joined, there's sign-up forms out there, or if you can't find them, talk to somebody. We would love to have you officially in the family, and we'll celebrate you. And it's just a lovely, magical time. I always love that. And this February 2nd, we have Sankofa Sunday. Hummingbird is going to come and delight you with all the information about that.
Ooh, I'm a little short. So good morning again. So like she said that on February 2nd, we're celebrating Sankofa Sunday. And all of the month of February, we're celebrating Black History Month. And so next Sunday, we will have Elder Kadumu, the same person that came and talked to us about Sankofa again. We will also have some delicious food, as we do, with, chicken, sofa collard greens, delicious green salads, Hoppin' Johns. Reverend Patty's bringing that. And we're also going to have our delicious sweet potato pie from Daryl, possibly some juicy peach cobbler. So bring your joyful spirits as we celebrate Sankofa Sunday and Black History Month. And throughout the month of February, we'll be celebrating and highlighting fabulous African Americans. Thank you.
Thank you, Hummingbird. Next Sunday, Reverend Patty's talk is Can You Hear Me Now? And we have Mariah Angeline and the Vision House Band, who's always amazing. And how about it for the Higher Vision Choir? There is a reason that James Vandenberg is so frequently and highly praised. And it's not just that he can wrangle this beautiful gang of feral cats over here, but he does so with such kindness and patience and joy and love, and he's brilliant musically. We are so lucky to have him here. He truly inspired me to be a better person, so thank you. Okay, I think that's it.
Lizzie's doing a great job. Johnny Kirko, I know you're watching from home. Better watch out. Thank you so much. It's wonderful. Now we're going to stand up and we're going to say our affirmations. We love to say affirmations. We know that this is planting seeds all the time. It is the truth of us. They're on the big screen. Yay! Okay, and we are going to say them together. You ready? You're with me? Let's do it. Oh, wait, yes, thank you. Ministers and practitioners, come to the front. You guys stay where you are. We need you there. Okay, ready. I'm in the right place at the right time. I love that. Things always magically work out for me. My dreams are possible. Oh, gosh. Yeah, amen to all of them. Can we say them all again? I want that conviction and passion, and let's do it. I'm in the right place at the right time. Things are always magically working out for me. My dreams are possible. Yeah is right. Yeah. Okay, let's go to prayer. I know this is the truth of us. I know anything's possible. I know that our dreams are possible. I know that living that expansive, expressive life of spirit, saying yes to spirit and allowing it to flow through us and as us in the world, changing conditions around us as we go. I know that we live a greater, grander, more expressive life with spirit leading the way. I give great thanks for this. I know it is truth, and so it is.